New company alert. We are talking about the Beard Shack today, a full company overview here. I've got a lot of their stuff. In fact, I think I got just about everything. So I've got 8 different scents and oils. I've also got a balm and 2 butters and a mustache wax and 2 soaps. A lot of good stuff to show you guys today. Welcome. My name's Brian. This is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. Thank you so much for joining me. And the Beard Shack is out of Carthage, Texas. I think they've been in business since 2019, if I remember correctly. I think there's a couple of owners. I started to see them over the past few months really start to get into the online bearded community, and they're coming out with some really good stuff. I really enjoy some of these scents that we'll talk about in just a minute. Good feel in beard. Overall, it's definitely a company worth checking out. Website looks great. The prices are really good as well, really competitive. So if you've never tried the Beard Shack, I think this one might be tempted to do it after taking a look at this video, I hope. But let's go over the prices. So the oil is $15, and the blend on that is sunflower oil, hemp seed oil, rice bran, avocado, castor, meadow foam, rose hip. A really good feel in beard for me for the oil. They've got a 2-ounce balm for $15, and it's got beeswax and shea butter and your carrier oil blend. And then the butter is 3 ounces. So it's 3 ounces. It is $18. It's got sow butter, mango butter, alipe nut butter, babassu oil, and then the carrier oil blend. And this feels great as well. It's a poured butter. Kind of a medium consistency, works down really easily. Now, when I got these, it's that time of year where your weather's starting to play an issue with some of this. Both my balm and my butters had just a little bit of grit to it, and it wasn't really hard grit, but it was just enough to be aggravating. Like I could let the butter just sit on my hand for 10 seconds before I started rubbing it. It would, all the stuff would go away fine. But I did a reset on all of them, which I did by putting them in the microwave. These are not microwavable containers, so you have to be careful and put it in there like 8 or 9 seconds at a time. Stir it up. Don't be in a hurry until you get this melted down. And I popped it in the freezer, and now everything is smooth and good to go. The balm here is a medium weight balm, so it does give you some good hold. All right, on that. And then there's also mustache wax. And by the way, the good thing about all of this, including the mustache wax and even the soaps, is you can get all of this in every single scent. They make everything in-house. Now, right now, some of the soaps are out of stock on the website because it takes like a month to process the soap to let it cure and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really up to date on how all of that stuff works. But we've got a 1/2 ounce mustache wax, which is actually really, really, really big for a mustache wax, and it is $10. And it's beeswax, alipe butter, and it's got some pine tar in it, which was the first that I remember. And I haven't tried tons and tons of mustache wax, but as you can tell, I got a mustache again, so I'm using some more mustache wax. So it's a little bit sticky, but it actually feels really good once you get it into your mustache. You can brush it through. It feels nice and substantial. Your mustache doesn't feel sticky once you get in there, but it's a little bit hard to get out and to try to figure out how to melt it down with the pine tar kind of stickiness to it. Most of the mustache waxes I've tried has been just really high, huge concentrations of beeswax. And that's got its own issues too, right? It'll fall down after a while, especially in warm weather. You really just kind of fighting a losing battle. So I really enjoyed the way it felt in my mustache. Now that I'm separating my mustache back out. By the way, you can catch the video on how to do this for the very first time. If you're letting your mustache grow out and want to figure out how to actually separate it and kind of the swooshy look, the handlebar look, if you want, go back and check that out. But once again, you can get that mustache wax in any scent. And I do have unscented in a balm and a butter and an oil, balm, butter, oil, and the mustache wax. And I can smell the pine tar just a little bit on the mustache wax, but I was really impressed with the balm and the butter. Those natural carriers, the shea and some of that other stuff, does not have a super strong smell, which means to me, especially with the butter and the balm, it's going to smell pretty authentic. The balm had a little bit more of a stronger natural scent than the butter, but I've also got a butter in one of the scents, which is the Remedy. We'll talk about the scents in just a second. And it smelled just like the oil. Didn't really feel like I was losing any of the top notes, which you do sometimes on balms and butters that are scented. All right, so the soap, by the way, I've got one in the shower, and then I've got one here to show you. This is Bay Rum. I love the way it's packaged. Looks great. Feels great in the shower. I'm not an expert on natural soaps, but it did its job. It worked well, lathered good. And it goes for $7 for 4.2 ounces. It's got coconut, olive, palm, castor, and once again, you can get that in all of the fragrances most of the time, unless they sell out. I think they've been doing a lot of selling stuff over there. Only thing I noticed the very first time you use it, like these edges are kind of sharp, so it takes a while. I think it takes a couple of uses to wear down those sharp corners on that. But I think that's the same way with any natural soap. By the way, the folks over there at Beard Shack did share with me a code that you guys can save 20% using the code BANJO20. That's applicable on everything except for the combo crates, which I want to show you in just a minute. By the way, you do get free shipping at $20. So already really competitive prices, plus 20% off, plus free shipping at the $20 mark. And once again, you've got 8 cents or 9 cents to choose from, and unscented. I don't know. There's a couple more things coming too. I do want to show you the website really quickly, just to show you how the combo crate works. So like I said, easy to navigate website. Everything looks really good. But if you'll go to shop and go to combos, and you can actually build your own combo. And by the way, the 20% coupon, the any kind of code does not work on a combo crate. Okay, but basically what happens on a combo is you've got a drop down menu and you can pick whatever you want. So oil, soap, blah, blah, blah. So you can get oil, soap, balm, butter, stash wax, all in the same scent. If you really love one of these scents, I love a lot of these scents. We'll talk about in just a second. You can pick that up. And when you do that, you pretty much save $1 per item when you do that. So I do think the 20% off code would be better most of the time. Kind of depends on what you're looking for, what kind of sales they might be having, but you can create a combo. And I wanted to show you guys that. All right, let's talk about the different scents here. So let's just go from, I think in general, my least favorite to my favorite. There's really, there's a couple of kind of barbershop blends that are okay. And then there's a Bay Rum, which I guess all those are kind of barbershop blends. Bay Rum can be a barbershop as too. So there's a Bay Rum scent that is pretty, it's not the one that's coconut and sweet and rich. That's not what this is. This is that sharp, non-sweet Bay Rum scent, and I'm just not a fan of it. I know a lot of people are. It's got its place for sure. But that's what that one is. By the way, these are, I would say, medium on the scent strength. Most of these are kind of really smooth kind of blends. You get a couple hours out of it, which is really all I want anyway. I don't like super strong scents that I can smell all day long. I get tired of smelling it. Maybe as I know some guys want it to last 24 hours until you wash it out, but that's not me. So these work well for me. Get a couple hours, which is what I want, and then I can go about the rest of my day. So we got one called Classic, which is your vanilla sandalwood. And once again, that sandalwood to me has got a little bit of a barbershop powdery vibe to it. And then we've got 1930, which is called a vintage barbershop. And it really didn't say anything else on that. Maybe it's kind of mixed together the other two scents that I just mentioned. It works well. It's kind of the sweet barbershop scent that most of the time I like. So I do like it, but once again, I've smelled that one a million times. So some of these other ones, not super complex, but I really enjoy some of them. In fact, these other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, I really enjoy these, and I got a candidate or two for some of my top scents of the year. But next up, we've got Paradise, and there's a couple that's got some coconut in it, and I usually don't like coconut stuff a lot, tropical. These I actually really like. So, sometimes you get surprised by stuff, especially me being a product reviewer. I get sent out all kinds of stuff, whether I would choose it normally or not. So most of the time, things that, a lot of times, sometimes things that I would not think I would like, I do, or vice versa. So in this case, this one is coconut and lemongrass. And I would have said, no, 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 no. Lemongrass is not really strong. It's just a smooth coconut and just a hint of lemon in it is what I get out of it. And I really enjoy it. Surprised me, but I did. And that one's called Paradise. Next up, we've got one called Greek, and that is cedar leather. Once again, most of the time I wouldn't prefer this. The leather is not strong. And the cedar is not strong. It's not that really in your face, strong cedar with that bite to it. That's not what this is. I mean, you get that just a little bit, but it's once again, it's a tamed down, smoother, sweeter kind of blend. Excuse me, which is the kind of scent profiles I prefer a lot of times. Right, next up, we've got one called Number 9, Madagascar Vanilla, Cedarwood, and Musk. And yes, 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 for me, that's a very good one. Yeah. It's more, I would say more musky than anything. You definitely get the vanilla, but it's not super duper, smooth kind of food or candy or ice cream or any of that kind of stuff. So I would say musk first, and then cedarwood, and then the vanilla with the back note, or maybe it's more like a vanilla extract instead of a vanilla ice cream, that kind of stuff. So very manly, gentlemanly scent there. That one's called Number 9. That is a good one. All right, next up, I was super surprised with this one. It was called Evergreen, and I'm thinking, okay, that one's going to smell like forest, like pine and fir and that kind of stuff, and it's not. This is something totally different. I've never smelled anything like this. This has got just a little bit of woodsy, but to me, it's like 60 or 60% like that Mountain Dew kind of scent, which what you've smelled probably a lot, in which they say it's sparkling champagne. So it's that Mountain Dew sparkling champagne stuff mixed with woodsy notes. And it absolutely works. I absolutely love it because it gives you that little bit of sweetness with it. And then on the back note, you get the balsam, cedar, moss, pine, juniper, and sparkling champagne. So that is the scent profile on it. Once again, I get mostly that champagne with the woodsy being not so woodsy. If you're not really into woodsy, I think you could really be into the evergreen scent. All right, and we got 2 more here. So the next one is called Remedy. And once again, it's one that I may not have thought I liked to start with, but it is lime and coconut. I do not like lime. Most of the time I don't like coconut. So once again, love the scent. Don't ask me why. It's not really heavy on the lime. I don't like really heavy lime stuff. I get just a hint of lime, but it's basically just a smooth, sweet kind of blend. Does smell tropical, a little coconutty, just a hint of lime. So it doesn't have that bite like a key lime pie or anything else like some of the other scents I've smelled. So that one's called the Remedy. I've got that one in the butter too. Works really well at night for these scents because they're not super duper strong for me. So I enjoy wearing these at night as well. And that's a lot of times I don't wear really heavy scents at night, or I just go unscented most of the time. And now we're to my favorite scent here. Definitely going to be on one of my tops of 2022. It's called Black Amber. And if you know me, I love amber, but this is a little bit darker and a lot more complex than just something that's kind of nice and sweet. Got a little bit more darkness to it. It smells a little bit like some of the another scent that I have smelled from a different company, just in general. But you see that purple, like a grape. I want you to think, I want you to think kind of that purple, the smell of purple mixed with some amber and some musky notes and that kind of stuff. So technically it's bergamot, pear, white lily, rose, sandalwood, musk, and sugared amber. And oh my goodness, is it good. This is definitely the most complex of the scent profiles that are on the list. Maybe we'll get some more complexity coming up with the Beard Shack, but I really like this direction right here. It's sweet, it's rich, it's manly, it's cologne-esque. I think this would be an all year long because this would go spring, summer, fall, or winter for me. Definitely one that I love. Love to have the butter in that one too. So I might be placing an order myself using my Banjo 20. Anyway, there's a few more things coming. I know there's a summer scent that's got grapefruit, mint, and Palo Santo in it. So grapefruit, I love grapefruit scents. I love mint scents. I don't know if I've ever had that mixed together. So that one sounds interesting. Also coming in July would be a scent called Freedom. It's bourbon vanilla, cedarwood, bay rum, and cherry. I'm a sucker for cherry scents. So I'm not sure if I like that one with the bay rum in it, but the rest of that sounds good. I'm really digging how these scents are blended for my my enjoyment anyway. Let me know if you've tried the Beard Shack and if you like any of those scents. Also, there's some other stuff coming second half of the year. A liquid pine tar wash is coming, and pine tar bar soap is coming soon as well. So a lot of cool stuff there. Beard Shack is really doing a lot of things, being very creative, making everything in-house. I enjoyed the scents. I enjoy the feel in beard. I think it's a worthy checkout for you guys. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. And as always, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.